And yes, you're in the castle, the Bar's castle. Father's dead. Mother she pounced cat-like onto a windowsill and then leapt to maybe a death.
Oh yeah.
And you're in the Great Hall. You're in the Great Hall. And Father's dead at your feet. Some of his slaves have run away. You've not found Sweet Pepe. And your father's helm, his helmet that he fought in the Crusades, was conspicuous in its absence.
Oh yeah, it was. That's right.
We found my sister, and where is that?
You did find your sister.
She was in an oubliette.
Yeah, she'd been locked up in an oubliette, and she's you helped her escape. She buggered off. You sent her to
Live in the wild.
Fromage's farm.
Oh yeah. We told someone else to live in the wild.
yeah, you told someone else to become feral, man. The guy with the children, and he literally took you at your face value, and he took all of the children into the mountains to do the work of God. But there was a lot of goats up there that ate acorns and olives. So it was really, really tasty goat caught in that area.
It's probably the best decision he's ever made, then, really.
Yeah, I'd argue it is. You know, I was watching a programme last night, just very briefly, and it was about pigs that eat acorns off the forest floor. And they were butchering them and cooking them, and the food looked delicious. So, you know, if it's anything like that, and it was a French host actually that was on it, and he was like, "Oh, sacre bleu, I can taste the acorns in the meat," and it was like, right, yeah, goats that have fed on acorns and olives are gonna taste good, man.
It was walnuts though, man, wasn't it?
Oh, was it walnut? That's the same thing, or a similar deal, man. You know, the walnut oil and the olive oil is good. The marbled meat, man. And you know, cooking it or roasting it on a fire, getting that marble in and the charred bits. I think that they'll be all right. But yeah, to more pressing matters, you're in like Halloween world or something at the moment where, you know, there's just zombies, undead, and red-eyed slaves and all sorts of, you know, your usual shit. But you do feel that your father was ultimately like a conduit, or your family even had become a conduit for Pazuzu.
Oh yeah.
Did he have some kind of magical sword or something?
It seemed he had a magical sword. When you start sort of rifling the corpse, his plate armor had sort of, it started to stick to his flesh like a glue. But his sword is just his standard sort of, you know, long sword that he took on the Crusades with him. But while he was fighting you, it was indeed emitting some sort of dark power. But it seems pretty clear from, you know, what you know and your experiences that Pazuzu's obviously come to them in a vision and offered them their dreams. And up to now, it seems that only Lady Philippa de Bars didn't succumb to Pazuzu's will, and she was locked in an oubliette. But Mother, I think, went for some sort of youth and unearthly beauty, and Father opted for some sort of unbeatable in battle.
Well, not so much.
Not so much, Rich, because as you could tell, as you gathered, every time he hit flesh, his attributes increased. So you can imagine a man like that fighting peasants on a battlefield would have been, it wouldn't take long to be, insanely difficult to kill, if not.
I thought he was, for some reason, I thought he was sucking up our SDC.
He was healing himself every time he struck. But not more importantly, yeah, every time he struck, he healed quite a lot of health. I think he was draining your SDC. But every time his sword bit flesh, he got one to strike and parry.
Right.
So if the fight would have dragged on long enough, he would have got to a point where you'd have had to have done something maverick to stop him. Well, there you go.
And so, what's my brother called again? Pepe?
Pepe, sweet Pepe, man.
Sweet Pepe. Yeah.
Sweet
cancelled on
Pepe.
Twitter. Accused of being a dog whistle. Right. Are there any slaves that look like they're still on this side of Christ, as it were? I think going around the house, gathering up the servants, and getting them to, reaffirm their.
Well, you find the servants with the red eyes. A lot of them did a runner when your dad fell. They either did a runner or ran and hid, or you're not sure where they are. But in the main room itself, in the dining room, you can see that he's got some scrolls and plans on the tables. And have you got what sort of, who's got law? LAW.
Yeah, I think.
Go on, give us a quick couple of rolls and do some reading.
Bit of law.
Bit of the old general law. Oh God, can't she keep closing? The old general law. Oh, that is.
Right. Okay. So what you find is you find quite a lot of papers. You find a lot of stuff about Stonehenge, a mystical circle in England. Mm-hmm. But you also find that there's a lot of legal documents that are designed to extend the Bar's influence. And it looks like that he was eventually, after becoming more than just a baron, there's a lot of titles and deeds for lands in England, Wales, Scotland. It's like the French, or certainly your family, was going to spread quite significantly and take as much land as possible.
How dare they?
Terrible.
How dare they encroach on Wales? It's bad enough having the contending with the English.
Well, yeah. Why are we buying up land in England? I mean, clearly they have all turned to evil. If that's what the plan is.
And more land in France as well, obviously. It looked like he was setting himself up as some sort of warlord king style.
Do we not have a vision of someone possibly us ruling over the world that was like completely desolate and just,
You did have those visions. And you can't help but be stood looking at these papers now and
this is how it happens.
This
or
is
how it was going to. Well, no, there's obviously a certain amount of shame that this, my family's bringing about the end of the world. Come on, Dad, what the fuck? Oh, well.
You've got to let it go now, man.
Well, it's been sorted now, in a fashion. And what you said you wanted to round up any servants that didn't seem to have.
Yeah, anyone who's still.
Well, what you find is you go through the castle, and eventually you find like there's a wing of the castle that's been locked off. And when you get to the big wooden doors, You creak it, you open it, and a load of the servants go shooting towards the back of the room in terror.
It is okay. We are with Christ. Come to me, brothers and sisters.
It's Jean-Michel, it's Jean-Michel.
Yes, Saint John Michel, not brag, but I am now a saint. So yes, return to the light.
Saint Jean-Michel. A very old fellow with watery blue eyes, man, comes running towards you and falls at your knees, and you recognise him as Francois. He was like your, the servant that looked after you, used to help you get dressed and, sometimes give you a bit of advice and that kind of thing. Oh, Jean-Michel.
A cradle has had some bubbles.
Please.
Yes, Francois. We will return you to the light. The darkness will be driven from this, and I will restore this house to its former glory.
Oh,
Here,
the tears. I feared I was next.
I open my arm so he can also, for the servants to cry on my chest.
They gather around you and fall to the knees.
I'm also a saint, and so is this other guy.
Francois is just, the tears are pouring, and they said I was next. They said I was next. Sweet Pepe. Sweet Pepe.
Where is Sweet Pepe?
He has been dueling the older people, the servants. When I say dueling, he's been taking them out into the courtyard and stabbing them to death for fun.
Has Pepe turned to the darkness? Is this what you're telling me, Francois?
Oh, the tears roll. He always was a bit of a little bastard, but
I suppose.
I'm afraid things got significantly worse.
These are sad times indeed, Francois. Where is he now?
I don't know. I thought it was him. When the door opened and I seen you stood before me, a living saint. Oh, my heart, it swells. You'll save us from Sweet Pepe.
He'll come looking for us.
What did you say? Sorry, my friend.
He'll probably come here then.
Yes, we
Pepe.
could wait here.
We could and defend everybody.
He will return, I'm sure.
Oh, let's just, hug and weep until Pepe arrives. The best way.
You're hugging and weeping for a good while. And it just off in the distance near the Great Hall, you hear like a large, obviously very large door on a castle slam shut.
That could be him. Should we go on it?
The castle that we've been to.
Do you make your way back to the Great Hall? Is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do. Yeah.
Right. You can see that a lot of the legal papers have been snatched.
Oh.
And Father's sword.
Oh.
Oh, Pepe. I cry out, Pepe! Show yourself, brother! It is I, Jean Michel.
Francois appears and he brings you, he's holding your father's helmet.
Oh. Where did you find that?
I'm sure our fans got some funny ideas then. I mean, the helmet he worn in battle.
Where was this, Francois?
Oh, it was, we'd taken it. There was something about it, dear Jean-Michel. He refused to wear or even look at it. He pushed it to the back of his closet and hidden it away. He couldn't face it. When you're looking at the helmet, you can see that the armor he was wearing is all like tarnished and twisted and, you know, become part of his body and gone weird. But the helmet, even, you know, the plume of feathers is still fresh. The helm glows.
Oh, it is a holy helmet.
It is. I might have to put it on and see if it empowers me. Yeah, I'll take it for us and ceremoniously put it onto my head.
You put it on and it fits and it feels good.
Cool.
Feels good.
Let me just have this in the old inventory. Does it have any bonuses or?
Doesn't seem to do anything at all.
Will it give me
But
any
it does give you the
SDC?
funny. You do feel that it's definitely been touched by the holy hand.
Nice.
The helmet of your father has been touched by the holy hand.
Certainly has. That sort of thing's going to come to an end now. We're driving the demons away.
Mm.
No more touching your helmets, men. Honest lives from now on.
An honest life. No touching helmets.
Mm.
So,
Yeah. So we can't see who's coming then. Who
no, has anyone got tracking of any sort?
Oh, yes. I got some human tracking. Let's track some humans. Where's my human tracking? There it is. Pretty good at tracking humans.
Let's have a look. Yes, you see the small bloodied footprints of something that appears to be the. Well, someone's pacemaker's on the blink. You see the small bloodied footprints. You reckon they belong to a young teenager, maybe between, I don't know, 11 and 14? The footprints lead, you know, they've come in and they've gone straight out the main door. The bloodied footprints.
Right. So he's grabbed the sword.
He grabbed
Young
the sword,
Pepe.
he grabbed some deeds, some legal documents, and fled.
And he's heading to England, presumably. Let's track him. Let's track him down and finish him off. No offense, Jean-Michel, but I think.
Well, I mean, I think like with all my immediate family, we'll give them an opportunity to turn back to the light before we murder them. If that's
yeah.
still okay.
Yeah, it only seems fair, really.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, statistically, you know, have your weapons ready when we.
Yeah.
For sweet Pepe.
And I reckon I'll probably only spend the first attack sobbing this time as well. I think
Yeah, that sounds good, man. That sounds good. Okay, then, give me a tracking roll to get you out of the castle grounds.
Well, put Francois in charge of, you know, looking after everyone and gather all the pious into a room and keep yourselves locked in, you know, with bread and cheese till we return.
So did I just hear a crow?
Yeah, it's got insane.
I mean, it's
pacemaker.
just brilliantly atmospheric for. Yeah, just fits the mood perfectly. Just need an owl and then you're sorted.
Right, okay. You track the footprints out of the castle, and you can see that they're headed into the woods on the outskirts of town. There's another tracking roll.
Pretty good at this tracking lark.
Good stuff. Right, you follow in the tracks of Pepe, and you see that they're heading off out of town. And Jean-Michel, given that you know the area, you were born here, he seems to be heading off as if he's leaving.
What sort of direction? You know,
It would be like he's heading in the direction of, you know, you can, if you were going to go like for the long game, it's as if he's heading in the direction of Calais.
Right. Right. Yeah, let's just get after him as quickly as we can. And
Okay, did you have horses and stuff?
Yes.
we did, yeah.
You've got horses, haven't you? And Robert Valjean had come with you as well, hadn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Palladium.
Okay, cool. So, you go out into the woods. Is there anything you want to do, Jean-Michel, before you go with regards to Philippa, the fromages?
Well, she took a copy of my letter.
She did, yes. So you reckon that that's probably, you know,
Yeah.
you're the heir as the oldest son, and
Yeah, no, I reckon that's so. Like I say, I'd tell Francois to sort of gather everyone and look after him until we're back.
good news.
But yeah, I think just get after him as quickly as possible.
Okay,
Yeah, I reckon the house is clean.
you get cracking on your horses, and you're moving swift and fast, and it really doesn't take you very long at all. In the sort of dusk, in the low light, you see a young lad wearing a frilly shirt, riding on a pony, a small pony.
That looks like Pepe. I scream out, Pepe!
He looks over his shoulder, and you hear him
Is that
curse
Pepe?
you in the black tongue.
Oh. Pepe, please, not you as well.
He's just riding and riding and riding. But you're catching up with him really quite quickly. Do you just sort of...
Yeah, carry on. I mean, continue to shout, you know, stuff about turning back.
It doesn't take long for, you know, he keeps looking over his shoulder, and eventually he gets off his pony. And you recognise his sneering little face.
Oh, Pepe.
Adi, brother, how are you? Such a long time. I see you reacquainted yourself with father.
Yes. What foul magic has taken our family home, Pepe?
There is
Why
no
have
foul
you-
magic there, brother. There is only Pazuzu.
Oh, Pepe. You are such a disappointment.
He sees that, as you get closer, he sees the helmet that you're wearing, and he sort of covers his eyes.
Ah, yes. The power of Christ compels you. Turn from your evil lord.
He hisses at
Pepe.
you. He draws his little dagger.
I'll get
Oh,
off.
close up.
Down, my lord.
You foul bastard.
Oh, it's time to light the swords, man. We can't let you do this, Jean-Michel. We'll spare you with this again.
Do you try and speak to his heart, Jean-Michel?
I do. I reminisce about our family. You know, let me gonna do a public speaking to
Yep.
the speech about growing up. You know, think of this particular incident. You remember when you were being bullied by those older boys?
You
Christ
see,
save you.
he has a wobble, and his face for a moment sort of turns like normal looking, and you see the face of sweet Pepe, but then a shadow comes over him and he grits his teeth.
I'm stood there in a sort of, you know, outstretched arms, but I kind of drop them in a subtle way as if to say to these guys, yeah, okay, if you guys want to murder him. Subconsciously, obviously, but yeah, it's like, Pepe, no, please turn, please.
I raise my hand, palm outwards towards Pepe. I say, Pepe, Come to the light, my brother. And
he starts hissing at you. You see his eyes cloud with the blackness.
daylight emerges from my palm.
Oh, he collapses to his knees for a moment. His eyes clear, and you can see he looks at you, Jean-Michel. Dear brother,
Pepe!
dear brother, save me from the grasp of Pazuzu. Save me,
Stop.
dear brother.
I'll start jogging over to him. Pepe, turn to the light. Let the light cleanse you. Stare at his palm.
He's staring at the palm. He's staring at the palm, and as you run over to him, you see his sweet Pepe, and then just as you get close, just a flash, a flash of just. It's almost like the face contorts for a brief second. And
Like when Bilbo sees the ring.
yeah, like when Bilbo sees the ring. And his dagger comes sliding up for your ribcage. That's an 18 swift Pepe.
Yeah.
That's what I've come on when he was trying to intervene.
Well, let me see if
I suppose it's a surprise attack.
Yeah.
Well, I've been keeping an eye on him, man. I was saying I'm ready.
Yeah, you're not as close as Jean-Michel, who's ran up to him to embrace him.
Yeah. I'm gonna go parry this with me. So a +6 standard parry. Oh, no, brother.
For that, you take an extra dice. So take a quick 14 to the ribs.
Oh, guess how much SDC I've got?
Go on.
Exactly 14.
Ooh.
Brother, you know me so well.
The perfect stab. I don't know. You believe you do believe. You know you've seen the flashes that your brother's in there. Everybody roll initiatives, but think. Is there anything you can do?
Oh, brother. Oh no, it's you, Llewellyn, that's rolled the one.
Yeah. Yeah, you're incapable of rolling a one.
That's what.
Pepe. Jose, have we got an initiative from you? Oh.
Maybe I wasn't as ready as I thought.
Yeah, I think you was possibly concentrating a little too hard. Right, the bars.
Right, well, I think. Let me just have a look. I might go to just kick him. You know, I'm not going to immediately want to kill him. Let's just have a look what kicks I've got. Turn kick. You know what? I've got some holes. I might actually try and grapple him. Yeah, I'm going to try and grapple him so you can put him in a neck hold to hold him and, you know, maybe squeeze the demons out of him.
Right, okay.
So that'll just be a normal parry bonus? Would it to a sort of grab?
A normal strike, yeah.
Right, it's +2, so that's 13.
13, let's see if Pepe is swift. That's 21.
Jesus, Pepe.
Pepe
Okay.
don't mess about, he's fast. Do you say anything? Have you got any words for him?
No, I just look at him and let a tear roll down my cheek. Now the words Pepe.
Right, he swiftly parries and pow, he goes for the same rib. That's 14. Does it hit your armor?
That's 14.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
Right, you parry. Jose, you can see that this the small child is just trying to shiv up Jean-Michel, who's bleeding from underneath his armor.
I try and cut the child's hand off.
Okay. It's a nice critical attack. He tries to snake his hand. Fails.
Who's been house invaded?
Yeah, I'm being shot at.
Or
Okay, that hand is coming off. What is that?
I have no idea. No music.
Someone's being murdered, man, in the name of Jesus. Jesus, you hold them hand for me. Right, yeah, Sweet Pepe's hand comes clean off.
Oh,
He staggers back, clutching the stump, hissing. The horror on his face. Sweet Pepe. Llewellyn.
yeah.
I mean, what damage has that just done? My God, man. Oh, Sweet Pepe.
Have you just basically killed him?
Sweet Pepe. His hand comes off and he staggers back hissing and looks in horror at the stump. And then his face comes over all angelic. And his eyes close. And there's another big spurt. And he drops dead.
Oh, right.
what the hell?
He had very low blood volume.
Just a kid, man. He just severed all of the arteries in his arm when you took his hands off him.
Well,
Yeah, the shock. But you do at least feel that Pazuzu left his body. So he
Yeah.
at least died an innocent.
I had to
Sweet
stop him
Pepe.
from stabbing you, Jean-Michel.
Jean-Michel, I suppose you're already beginning to heal back up, but the Acolyte gives you a touch anyway.
It looks like he's gone to heaven.
Yes, I'm sure they've all gone to heaven.
You're not sure about Mum and Dad. But you heal 9 SDC straight away, the Acolyte touches you.
Okay, not too bad. Does the flagrum do anything?
And the
That's what I'm
flagrum
not-
will immediately as well. That'll start to sort of kick in within the next, 15
I think we were
seconds.
all slightly damaged in the last round. I'm pretty sure. Right? My SDC was down to 19.
Right, so
So-
you're all a bit rough, but between the flagrum, the Acolyte, and your holy constitutions, you will begin healing quite readily. What's your plan? Pepe's dead in a field. What are you doing with the body?
We've got to give him a proper burial.
Do you take him back to the castle?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll dig him a burial.
Okay, so what are your plans? What are you gonna get sorted back at the castle, Jean-Michel? And
Give them all a good Christian burial.
Yeah.
a good
Give him a
Christian burial.
Sure.
It's like when you start going back to the castle as well, the sun's beginning to rise, and it's like the clouds have disappeared, and you can see the greenery again. You can feel that you've exorcised the place, as it were.
Well, maybe we should just carry on as we were to England. As much as I'd like to stay and.
Well, it seems like that's where, England seems to be the centre of. It doesn't surprise me in the scientists, as I think I might have said before. That's clearly the centre of the evil. That's where Pazuzu's heading to.
That's the deal. Okay, so you get everything sorted with, appropriate burials and the likes. Do you want to write up any sort of will and testament or any sort of deal, Jean-Michel, before you go? Make a law roll and decide what you would like to happen. I mean, do you want to hand everything over to Philippa de Bars, or?
Yeah, I suppose. I was going to say France. I was going to say, like, if I don't return, it becomes like a commune. But yeah, I quickly scribble that out. Snatch him away from Francois' greedy hands, and I remember I've got a sister. If I don't return, my sister becomes the heir until she finds a suitable husband. That's the standard will and testament role.
And you've sorted Fromage's family out?
Yeah.
Right, so there you go. Jean-Michel the Pious. Sorted everything out. Sort out all of your affairs. And then onto your horses. And I assume you are heading for the port of Calais?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did he have the deeds and the legal papers on it?
He did.
Burn them in a fire. All the plans and the legal documents that you have. Yeah, just destroy them. So.
Good move. Right, everything goes up in smoke. You leap on your valiant steeds and your wagons. Do you grab any wine and cheese for the journey?
Need not to.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. You grab some of what's owed to you. A couple of bottles that were from your inheritance. Nothing, not too greedy, man. You're maintaining your pious nature, man. But you have got a couple of bottles from the de Bars family holdings.
Yeah, just the house red. Nothing ridiculous.
Are you going up?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the heck?
Is someone going to... who's reading? Okay. Alright. Right, no. Love you, Baba. So, you get all your affairs in order, and like the heroes that you are, you ride off, the glorious sunshine behind you, shining over the bars, family home, evil exercised.
Done well.
And off you travel, and it takes you, a few days to sort of get to Calais, and on the way, you stop, you camp, you come across other small towns where there's obviously been misery, but you don't come across any of the dark priests or anything like that. You feel that the major place of influence was the de Bars estate, and that was going to obviously just keep spreading, or that was the plan. You make your way to Calais. You need to you get to the port, and it's quite a lively place. You wouldn't really know that there was anything wrong here. It seems really quite strange that it seems to be cracking on as normal. You need to get yourselves a ship. What kind of ship do you want to travel over on? Do you want a merchant ship?
We don't need anything too grand, do we? We just need to get to Stonehenge, basically, don't we? So something fast without too many people on it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fast without too many people. Okay, you go in an inn. that's at the down at the port, and you can see that there's all your sorts of sailor types and this and that and the other. This is the sort of place that you would go to eat, drink ale, and find yourself a captain of a ship and get things done. Has anyone got Streetwise?
Yeah, that's within my skill set.
All right, let's have a bit.
Still not great, but yes, there you go.
Oh, it's good enough. You do your Streetwise, and you sort of, the inn that you've gone to, bear in mind that you're all well heeled. You walked in the inn, and you can see that these captains, or the people that would be in charge of the ships in here, are all going to be these massive merchant vessels and stuff like that. But as you sort of get yourself a few drinks, Jose, you do spot that there's a guy in there that he seems to be dressed in all of the right clobber, but it's a bit too brassy and tacky. He doesn't move with the grace of a gentleman. He appears to scratch his groin a bit too much, and you can see that he's sort of nipping around here and there and speaking to some posh older gentleman. You can see money change hands and something slide under the table, and you think you're looking at some sort of smuggler stroke wretch.
I can't speak to this wretch. I say my best French. Bonjour, wretch. You look like someone who could help me organize transport for me and my two saintly friends there. I am also a saint.
Oh, I'm incredibly busy, man. Yes. How much money, perhaps? How much gold, perhaps, would you have?
Oh, look at me. I'm very wealthy.
Very wealthy, you say. Yeah. Are you on the run?
No, we need a fast ship across to England.
You need a fast ship across to England, and you're not on the run. Right, yeah, he has a look over at Saint Llewellyn and Saint Jean Michel, and you can tell that the fact that you've come from noble households, and that you're all you have got that look of that you've had nourishment as you've grown up. You're not just someone that rolls in mud, and you can see that this guy probably was someone who rolled in mud. He's gonna cost you. If there's a price on your head,
We are living saints. You must.
Living saints. Yeah. Yeah. Living saints. I fucking heard it all, mate. You can see that this is not a Christian man.
And we're not blowing around him.
What's that?
Do we not have him emit some sort of glow?
Well, I mean, I can do.
Whatever you're emitting, he can't see it. He's not a man of faith.
Right, hang on, man. I'll do the old. Come on, fuck's sake.
How?
Every time.
Getting a bit fucking leery, are you? Getting a bit fucking leery, eh? Well, I'll tell you what. He drops his sort of pretense at poshness, and you see his brow furrowing. I tell you what, I fucking got you like a fish. Got you like a fucking fish.
No need for that. No need for that. Look. We need your help. We'll pay you well.
You need my help, and you'll pay me well. Yeah. Well, for your attitude and your foul countenance, I'll be charging extra. I want 50 gold. See his eyebrows raised.
I pull out some silver pieces, and then I pull out a few gold, just to make him think.
Sorry, the frog in my throat. I meant 70 gold.
This guy has got a ship, hasn't he? Or
Do you come over and ask what's happening here?
I'll leave him. I'm sure.
I'm sorry, I give him 72 gold. Sorry, leaving myself with 500 gold.
72 gold, right? Well, for that 2 gold, I'll throw in some fruit for you, mate.
No, it's all right, mate. Well, go on. Yeah, fruit might do well.
You can have some fruit. Protect your bones on the journey.
It should only be a short journey.
This is all right. You come to the docks at midnight, and you ask for the Serpentine Swan.
It's a good name. Sleek and fast.
Yeah, sleek and fast. Right, with that, he pockets his money, and you see he's looking a bit shifty. Give us your streetwise again.
Is he looking like?
I was looking at onto my gold. Right, yeah, I'm checking it, man.
You see, he's sort of looking around now, looking nervous. And he checks the place out, and as he leaves, you see another guy that doesn't seem dressed quite as appropriately as he should be for this establishment follow after him.
Oh, right. And I do an intelligence roll, as I don't feel I'm grasping this situation well. I should have put that up a level. But anyway, yeah.
You know, I mean, although you roll well, you realise, I mean, what the intelligence tells you is the guy has definitely just been followed.
Yeah, but who's likely to be following him?
But has he been followed by friend or foe? Anyway, a serving wench comes round and she's, gentlemen, today we have
information
foie
or not.
gras. Anyone want the foie gras? Very nice, very fresh.
It would be incredibly rude to turn down such an offer, my lady. Even a pious man does not insult a woman. Yes.
We're so distracted by food.
It looks like you've got it in hand, I'm pretty sure. We'll have a boat by morning.
So, Threat, can go and sort us out? Is that what you reckon? Or do you reckon he's about to get followed and killed? I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, I would assume that he was being followed to be killed, it would seem. Or maybe not, but I mean,
that's how much 72 gold down the drain.
Yeah.
I just sort of assume that they knew each other.
I think we need to go and follow our goal.
Yeah, maybe we should just at least go and see what's happening.
But the foie gras, monsieur.
Oh, of course.
And a tasting plate of the fruits of the sea. The fruits of the sea.
Yes, I mean, I had sworn to piety, but like I say, I cannot insult a woman. Perhaps I should stay and try the platter while you sort out our ship, Jose.
Okay.
You seem to have it in hand there, my friend. I will
save me some fruits of the sea.
I'm not sure if that was Christ's way.
Right, so you all stay for some fruits of the sea.
No, I don't stay, man. I go and see what's going on.
Are you following the guy?
Yeah.
Right, give us your streetwise then to tail him.
Going sharp, man.
All right, you see where he's going down to the docks, and you see he cuts through an alleyway, and as he cuts through an alleyway, you see the other guy speed up behind him.
Right. I'll do a bit of a land navigation just to check get my bearings.
Yeah, okay, good move.
All right, and I'll just go and make after him.
Right, you go, as you get into the darkened alleyway, you can see he's being repeatedly derby punched by the larger man. Who's saying, "You've got the money now to pay me up, you thieving bastard."
Right,
He's
I'll go
getting
over.
the shit kicked out.
He probably deserves it, to be fair.
I draw my sword and walk over.
The guy who's beating him up turns around and looks at you.
And,
And you see he gives you this look of sort of... He puts his hands up and steps back.
you leave him alone, he's working for me.
Thieving bastard stole my money.
What he owes to you once he's done the job for me.
He left my children hungry. This man steals from children. He's a wicked man.
I'm furious.
He looks a
But
bit.
until he's done his job for me, here's some money for your compensation.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll give him like a 27 gold, silver. Sorry.
that's very kind of you, sir, but this man stole gold. I
Right.
can't feed my children because of this.
How
wretch.
much gold did he steal?
He stole 20 gold from me.
Right, I give him here's 20 gold. You can keep the silver as well.
My goodness. He takes the money and he looks at you and a tear wells up in his eye. If you've made a deal with this man, don't trust him.
Right, I look at the eyeball, the what's it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake. Eyeball the scoundrel.
Hey. Oh, sir, thank you for saving me from that beating. This man is surely a liar. He has no children.
Now listen, you. I believe that man, and I believe you're a wretch. And if you lead us down, you don't do right by us and get us a fast ship to England, I will cut you down, sir, and hunt you down. I'm watching you.
Oh, yes, my lord, yes.
Out in the shadows.
Ah, you're watching me, eh?
Mm.
You see him sort of get up Gollum-like. Yeah. He starts to scuttle off.
He
The
could
other
be
man
too, man.
gives you a nod. And he says, "Sir, I would not trust that man."
Can you help me?
Trust that
Could
man.
you help me get a ship?
For your help and what you've done for me today, my brother can get you a ship.
Oh, good.
He's an honest man, is he?
What do you say? Sorry.
He's an honest man, your brother.
Of course, honest as the day's long. My brother will take you on a ship across the seas. It
Okay.
will cost, of course. He needs to pay his men. It would be around. It would be 30 gold.
Yeah. That seems like a good deal. Can we get our money?
I've got 30 gold. I still won't have much gold. I can see how this happens, you know.
How's the foie gras, by the way?
Oh, it's delicious, man. It's delicious.
Excellent.
And you eat the foie gras as your starter, and then the fruits of the sea come. And they've got like these, I forget what it's called, but they're like these sea urchin egg things. And, little bits of squid and tentacled creatures. And there's a nice piece of fish stuck in it. It's all beautifully presented. And the taste is ooh la la.
God, madame, this is magnifique. I
There's
toss a
just-
single gold coin at them. Thank you for this feast.
Yeah, no, a gold coin is more than enough to cover it, and
Do you people not eat the seaweed? The seaweed is the best bit.
the
We
seaweed,
call
you
it.
say?
Yeah, we call it lava bread in my country. It's a delicacy, delicious.
No, what country are you from?
I'm from Wales,
Uh,
over the sea there. You know, past
England.
England. What?
England?
No. Wales, beyond England.
What? Beyond Angleterre? That
Yes,
is not a place. This is the place of savages, right? They paint their face blue and howl at the moon.
Well, I mean, some of them do. It has to be said, yes. But some of us are noble people, and you know,
Noble
edu-
people. I would hardly call the English noble, but I wish not to insult you, my friend. But yes,
To be fair, they are much better than the English.
they're better than the English, eh? But they eat seaweed. Oh, I see. Well, I will keep an open mind. You are obviously a gentleman of some form.
Yeah,
If you ever come back, if you will bring me some of this seaweed.
I will. I will bring you some. I'll bring you some Barabreath as well. It's fantastic stuff. I might have
Para
mentioned it.
breath.
Oh, it's a fruity loaf. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Fruit loaf.
We have many delicacies in my home country, which
I don't. You see, my friend, you speak about the English and delicacies and food.
No. This is not English food. I'm not English. I'm Welsh.
You can see that you just can't possibly understand.
Have you ever been to Brittany?
Brittany, yes.
Yeah, well, the Bretons, we're kindred spirits. We're kindred with the Welsh, the Welsh and the Bretons, the Cornish.
Oh, well, my advice to you would be to deal with those stinking English on your borders. Teach them
we're
how to
trying.
cook. Teach them how to eat properly. Foul people. Ah, I smell them from here.
We're trying our best.
Good. Yes, well, thank you for your advice. I would hope to see you again, my good friend. And he sort of, he clicks his fingers and some nice liqueurs are brought over to aid digestion, my friends.
Honourable man, hopefully we shall return here. Our quest is at an end.
Oh, I would certainly, I would like to see you again. Jose, you eventually make your way back to the inn. You've arranged again at nightfall to meet this fella's brother.
Do I get time for a liqueur for the digestion?
Yeah, as you sit down, they realise that they put an extra glass down and give you something to digest, and but you've not eaten. They sort of look at you.
Could it not just fix me up like, you know what I mean? A little snack.
A little snack, yes. I bring you some nice little snacks. Finger food. Your accent. Where are you from?
I am Spanish.
Yes, I see. Yes. The backward man of Europe, they call them. I mean no offense. It is just what we French say about you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes. Yes, I will bring you something good. You like pig sausage with salt in, right?
Yes.
I bring you salted pig sausage. That's what you get.
That's what.
You speak your mind, my friend.
I do.
admire
I
that.
am honest Frenchman. I say it how it is.
Keeping up our fine tradition of racism, as I see as well.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Our hatred for the foreign man.
Oh, of course, yes. I ate them all. I ate them equally.
Exactly. We are as famous for that as our delicious wine and cheese.
Well, let's face it, my brother. Where else is there on this whole earth that is as civilized as the bosom of France?
Exactly, my friend. I've traveled far and wide, and well, most people have been almost inhuman, you could say.
Yes, a foul people. A foul people.
On that note, things seem quite peaceful here. Has it been this way for a while? No problems, I see. Roving gangs of lepers eating people.
No,
Sometimes
no,
happen.
no. A strange entourage passed through. They were on their way to England too. They said they were transporting meat. Very foul smelling meat. But then I assumed that of course they would be taking the foulest cuts to England.
This makes sense.
What did they look like? These people? Were there any red priests amongst them?
Yes, they had holy men with them. Holy men. They was yes, red robes. The very important priests. They said they were. They were in much hurry. Yes, something about the moon, and I don't know. They talk nonsense, and their food smelled disgusting.
Something about the moon, you say?
Yes, there was only one chap. He came in here. He gave off a funny vibe.
Maybe we need to get there for the solstice at the end of the world.
Well, this chap who gave a funny vibe. Could you tell where he was from? For
I
instance,
could not tell. He had very strange speech. He used the dialect like as if from the olden days. He spoke like a very old tongue. Very difficult to understand.
how unusual.
And yes, he ordered lots of food and he liked his meat raw. And then they left, and thankfully, again, he is used to eating English food, so he go where he can eat filth.
Right.
Makes sense.
Well, to be fair, you French seem to like your meat pretty much raw as it is. To be honest.
Well, yes, but he didn't really have the appropriate dressings, and he didn't know the correct etiquette. You see, he ate very poorly.
Certainly does sound like an Englishman.
Definitely an Englishman, I'm sure. Yes.
Certainly sounds uncouth.
Very,
I think we're probably
very uncouth.
we might be going in the same direction now.
Oh, well, if you're going to England, I suggest you take a perfume nose bag. You need a bag for the face with perfume. The people, they stink.
It's like a plague doctor's mask.
Something like this, yes.
Mm.
Yes, the stench, your eyes will water. Within 10 miles of port, you will smell the stench of the English.
We shall look out for this.
Yes.
My best to avoid it.
And I must go and attend to my other customers.
Thank you very much, my friend.
And he gets off, man, and you can, you overheard the odd other racist comment about whoever, Germans vulgar and things like this. Yeah, he's not a terribly nice man himself. He also looks like he's got a bit of a limp. You think he's probably got a bit of gout. He's got some boils.
No.
But yeah, and you're not sure that this place smells very nice. But, nose blindness and all that. And at that note, you can eat and drink until the sun goes down.
This place does.
Should we take a quick break there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.